Isaac?
What up? How are you?
I'm good. I like your hat.
Thank you. Great first name, by the way.
I know, right? It's awesome name. I actually met because I did a clinic this weekend, so I actually met four Isaacs.
Oh, really?
How many Isaacs have you met in your lifetime?
I have one in my sixth out of class, but that's it.
Right? It's crazy. There's not a lot of Isaacs.
That's cool. And you
I
spelled it
know.
the right name, the right way.
Yeah. Do people when you go order food, do people spell it wrong or ask or spell it wrong
All the time.
all the time?
Yeah, it's either ISAAC or ISSAC.
Yeah, yeah, same thing, same thing. How's it going though? How you been?
I've been doing good. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just living, man. I'm living. How's school?
Pretty good. I go back on Monday though, so
Good
might be a little
grades?
rough.
You got good grades?
Yeah, I got all A's this quarter.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's gonna
Yeah.
keep you on that's gonna keep you on the field, you decide to play any sport you want.
Yep, that's why I've been keeping them up.
That's good. That's good.
But how were your holidays?
They were good. I spent them with family. And I mean, that's pretty much what we do every holiday. We spend it with my dad, my mom, or sometimes we'll go to Chicago because my wife's from Chicago. So it's nice out there because it's snowing, so you get a different taste of weather instead of, Arizona weather.
It's
We don't get
hot
any
right
snow
now.
out here. Yeah, I know. Can you believe how hot it is right now? It's
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
70.
I mean, it's not hot, but like for January, it's
Yeah.
hot. It's hot.
It's
How
like
was your holidays?
pretty good. We were
Yeah.
chilling at the house.
Okay. Family?
Oh yeah.
Nice, nice.
Dad's side came over on Christmas Eve and then my mom's side on Christmas Day.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about, Holidays have spent it should be you spend it with family, but
Yeah.
everyone's situation is different, but yeah, if you can spend it with family, that's the most important.
Yeah, family's everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But cool, I'm glad to hear you're doing well.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I mean,
Yeah, thank
this is one of the first ones, actually, maybe the first one I've done.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's
That's
special.
cool.
I did it with Isaac, my
That's
first one.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
what's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we have an interview, this time with Isaac Parra of the Firefighters. Thank you for taking time out of your day to do this with me.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time out of your day for interviewing me. I know it's not an easy gig, so I'm ready for your questions and I'm excited
Absolutely, it's extremely fun.
for sure.
Could you please tell me what your role will be like with the firefighters this upcoming season?
So right now I haven't gotten that call yet, so I'm still waiting for that call. But hypothetically, same thing as last year, just making sure I do my job. Because it is our job to put good product out there. So making sure that the best ability is availability. So making sure that I'm on the field, taking care of myself, getting stronger, and so also I want to be able to have that voice so guys could not necessarily open up, but be comfortable around me to be themselves and don't have to, we could be real with each other and support each other in that way. So that would be my role for sure.
That's cool. So you mentioned that you want to be available on the field. How do you manage to stay healthy throughout the long season?
Well, sleep is key. Eating right, going to the gym, making sure I'm doing the correct workouts that benefit, banana ball or just life in general. If you really just think about working out outside of just a sport, if you don't play a sport, you should still work out.
Yeah,
So that should be our mentality no matter what. So but fortunately, I am playing a sport, so that way that now I gotta, do workouts and eat good, sleep good. So that's making sure that I'm hitting, fielding, doing all my trick plays during the off season. So when the season comes and when spring training comes, we're ready to go.
cool. So with practicing and still staying on the same page, if not getting better in the off season, how do you continue to train without getting burnt out?
That's a good question. You gotta know yourself, like if you could go every day and you don't have that feeling of burning out, then go every day. But if you need to take some days off or some time off, just to kind of recover mentally and physically, you could do that too. So like for my instance, I have Ozzy, my son Ozzy, my wife. So it's really hard for me to, really go out to the field every day or go to the gym every day
Yeah.
and get some work in. So it's all about balance. If you could balance it out the right way, I think you'll be successful for sure.
I took a week off after my season and I got right back to training.
Yeah, I mean that's what you gotta do, especially in Arizona. Arizona sports, you could play all year.
Yeah.
So, it's really key, yeah, take a week or however time you need, because you still need to practice, obviously. So you don't want to take too much time off. But
You
yeah,
want
that's
that
it.
mental reset.
Yes, sir. That's good.
Will the Firefighters be a team again in 2025?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. They already came out with the schedule. Um and people are already buying tickets, lining up buying tickets already. I don't think there's any room left in the lottery anymore. I think they're all sold out. So it's crazy how fast it goes. So yeah, that for sure the Firefighters will be a team.
That's cool. What
Yeah.
stadium are you most excited to play in with the Firefighters or your favorite stadium last year?
Yes. So last year, my favorite stadium would have to be the National Stadium. Obviously, 42,000 people, crazy atmosphere. The energy was just great. My first time ever being in Washington, and then let alone playing on the field. So just to share that experience with all the guys. I mean, a lot of the guys, it was the first time playing on an MLB stadium. Some guys already did, but we all soaked it in. We got the fighter jets.
Yeah,
Flew by.
that was
That
sick.
was that was sick. I mean, everyone kind of got teared up that right there because that was like a once in a lifetime thing.
Was that your first ever flyover that you were on the field for?
Yeah, I think first ever, even as a fan, going to a baseball game or a stadium. I don't think I've ever experienced that, so that was
I
pretty
haven't
cool.
yet either, so that's cool.
Yeah, only on TV.
You had 16 trick plays last year. Are you gonna try and beat that this year?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna beat it for sure because we're gonna have more games, so I have more opportunities, and probably take more risks. Um, just do little trick plays here and there to get my count up, and I think for sure I'll hit 40.
Oh wow.
I'm thinking about one trick play per game. Hopefully I get a ball. Sometimes you won't get a ball, so
Yeah.
I gotta really take advantage of my opportunities.
So
Wait,
yeah.
are you doing trick plays?
Not really.
Well,
Right
you guys,
now,
you gotta start practicing.
bro, they're tough. I've tried some.
They are tough, but hey, you just practice one here and there, and you'll master that, and then you master the next one.
I'm like, I'm not perfect at fielding, but I've gotten to the point where I'm like confident enough so I can start fielding. So I've tried like some behind the backs, but they're
Yeah,
tough.
start little, start small for sure. It'll
Which
work
one do
out.
you recommend I start with?
In between the legs, you kind of like you field it normal, and then you bring it in between your legs to transfer. So almost like a regular ground ball. You field it with one hand, transfer in between your legs to the other hand. Master that one. That one's, you know, I mean, you see a lot of guys do that, in the game. So you could get a trick play because that counts as a trick play. Or, you could field the ball, bounce it on the ground, pick it right back up, and then throw it. That's a trick play too.
Bet. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
I've been like trying to learn this backflip catch, so I finally landed a backflip.
You
So
did?
yeah, we made some progress.
What? How did you already know how to do a backflip?
No, I taught myself. I started in October 24.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah, you
That is
doing
crazy.
better
I,
than
I,
inspired me.
you know when I learned my first backflip?
One.
28 right now. Well,
Oh,
Before
really?
before I had to go play for the Bananas, I had to learn how to do a backflip. So you're way ahead of me.
Can you do it on the ground or just a trampoline?
I could do it on the ground and both, but I haven't done it in a while. So I honestly probably would have to start back on the trampoline so I don't, hopefully
Hurt
I don't hurt
yourself.
myself.
Yeah. Can you do a front flip too?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. If I have like I don't think standing front flip, but if I have like a running start, I could do that. And it's easy, but like I could do a cartwheel into a front flip, I guess you could say.
That's tough. What do you think's
Yeah.
harder, a backflip or a front flip?
Harder?
Yeah, to
Oh,
do.
backflip for
Yeah, I
sure.
agree.
Yeah, yeah, backflip.
So speaking of trick plays, you do a clinic in Arizona, teaching kids how to do footwork. and trick plays and baseball stuff. What inspired you to help the younger generation?
That's a great question. So first off, my dad, he started training when I was about like maybe, I mean, he's always coached me, but training maybe about when around I was like 11 years old. And so by that time I already knew my dad's way of teaching and the way he wanted other kids to do. So
Yeah.
he would use me because I would always go to his training sessions. He would use me as an example. So if he was explaining a drill to a kid, he would use me and roll a ground ball to me, and then all the kids would look at me and making sure, like, they're paying attention how to do it right. So from that age, I started learning because I started teaching the kids, in the session. So fast forward to 2020, I was about, I think, 21. No, I was like 23, 24 years old. Um, I started my training business. So just learning from when I was really young all the way up until high school, college. I started my training business and I started to give back to the youth and doing that because my essentially my dad inspired me to do that based on being with him literally every session that he had. I was there demonstrating. So now that I'm doing that now, and it's been a blessing being able to train kids like you how to get better, and I'm also learning how to better my teaching, so one month I might be explaining something, and then the next month I might be explaining the same thing but a little different because I'm also learning as
Um,
well.
that's
Yeah.
cool. How many kids
Yeah.
have you helped about?
Oh man, I mean, I started in 2020, and
Wow.
I started in Chicago. I was living in Chicago at the time. So I started helping all those guys out there and girls out there. So man, shoot, I don't know. That's a good question. If I had to think, maybe a number, for sure over 1,000 kids.
That's sick.
Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty. It's pretty cool to think about now.
You are the only slap hitter in banana ball history. Were you always a slap hitter growing up, or is that something you taught yourself over the years?
Yeah, I was never a lefty.
Really?
Yeah, never a lefty. So quick story. Being in banana ball, you got to do something different, something that could, something that the fans could be like, oh wow, like look at that, right?
Yeah.
And so my wife, she played college softball and she was a slap hitter. So I asked her, I'm like, do you think I should just slap hit? Because that's different. You don't see baseball
Yeah.
players doing that. And I could also learn from her how to slap hit. So yeah, my first day of learning how to slap hit was the day that I arrived to Savannah, Georgia, before banana ball. So I just stuck with it. And that's how I got my first hit. My first hit of banana ball career was a slap hit.
That's cool. How long did it
Yeah.
take you to learn how to do it?
Oh man, probably a month or two.
It's not that
Just
long. That's
not
impressive.
that long. Yeah, and then you start doing it during live games, like scrimmages, and you just get your confidence up, and I went against Ryan Kellogg, who is a lefty, so I went lefty on lefty,
Wow.
slap hit, and I just went for it. I didn't really think too much of it. I just went for it, and that was it.
That's honestly what I think is the coolest part of banana ball. Like you never learned how to slap hit, and then you do it right before you write to them, and you get out of your comfort zone.
That's what it's all about, and it reinforces me that we should step out of our comfort zone a little bit more, because you never know what's on the other side. So now that you're getting all this advice and this information, you might come to a situation where uh, you have to put yourself out your comfort zone a little bit, and don't be afraid to do it. And you never know what's going to happen.
Cool. Trick plays are one of the hardest things to do in banana ball. Do you have to like mentally prepare before the ball gets hit to you to do a trick play?
So I would say during the game, we don't really like I don't really think about it too much. I kind of let my body and my mind kind of take over whatever is right to do. Um Obviously when there's like a play up the middle, that's like my play to do my jump, my spin and jump throw.
Yeah.
So I'm a little prepared, when it comes to that. But the prepare to be prepared is practice. So like during practice, during pregame, we're mentally preparing ourselves, doing our trick plays. Even if they're dry reps, you don't really need a ball. You just dry reps,
Yeah.
kind of mentally preparing yourself. And then when it comes to the game, you just kind of let your body take over and whatever comes natural.
Cool. So you do a different trick play or a trick play you're comfortable with, based on where the balls hit?
Yeah, based on when the balls hit, you got to know your runner. Just like regular baseball, you do a certain play. Not every play is the same. You do a certain play based on the ball hit, the runner, speed of the ball, all that stuff. So that's pretty much the same thing that we do. Obviously, trick plays are a little tougher. So if we're gonna do a trick play that's gonna be crazy, we got to know that we just got to get rid of it right away.
That's tough. So
Yeah.
you had the,
You
sorry,
remember
go ahead.
Logan? You remember Logan Lacey's front handspring? You see that?
Yeah, dude, that was incredible.
Yeah, so he did that, and I promise you, after he did that, he's like, I just got to get rid of it. Like, you can't take an extra shuffle or anything. You just gotta
Yeah.
land a trick, and then just get rid of it.
Yeah, that was incredibly tough.
That was crazy.
You had the first trick play in Banana Ball or in Firefighters history. Do you remember what trick play you pulled out?
Yeah, it was. I remember. I mean, I remember. I don't remember the inning, but I remember Marshall Shill was pitching. Ziggy was hitting. And I already knew. I was like, if he hits the ball to me, I'm just gonna pull something out because again, no one has done a trick play up to that point, and everyone wanted like the opportunity to be the
Yeah.
first person. And so I was just like, you know what, if it's gonna hit to me, I'm gonna pull it off. And yeah, I remember I was running in, I fielded it in between my legs as I was spinning, and I
Yeah.
just again I just turned around and threw the ball. Now looking back at it, I probably could have shuffled because Ziggy wasn't really running hard. But again, you don't really think about all that stuff when like you're putting a trick play involved.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you also had the first stolen base in Firefighters history. Do you ever brag over your teammates that you have the first trick play and the first stolen base?
No, I don't really brag it to him because I mean, I might have the first trick play and first stolen base, but a lot of those guys have a lot, cooler trick plays like Parker Nolan with the trampoline
That's
bounce.
cool too.
That I mean those trick plays are crazy. So I don't brag unless someone wants to bring something up against me, they'll bring it up. But other than that, no, it's all love.
If you could steal one trick play from your teammate, who would it be?
Oof. You know what? I'm gonna go with Matt Wolf. Man, if I swear, if you're at our practice or just our pregame, I mean, you've seen it when I don't know if you saw his trick play where he was playing second base. He got a regular ground ball. He did like a cartwheel behind the back. He did a crazy trick play to get an out. And if you see him on the mound, he's doing trick plays left and right on the mound.
Yeah,
So I think if I could steal a package, it would be Matt Wolf's because he has some crazy trick plays.
that's cool. What are you
Yeah.
most looking forward to for this upcoming season?
Honestly, if I get that call, when I get that call, crossing my fingers, I'm just looking forward to being back with the guys. Honestly, they make me feel really comfortable. The whole organization, not just firefighters, the whole organization is top of the line. They love every single player. They want the best for their players, and just being around that environment makes you want to, play hard. I mean, I play hard in general, but it makes you want to play extra hard because you just want to show them that you appreciate the opportunity that they're giving you, because not a lot of us could say that, we're playing banana ball. So being part of banana ball, it's really special.
Last season, was that the most fun you ever had playing baseball?
Oh yeah. Other than going to the junior college World Series, that was the best. That was the best. I mean, playing in front of all those fans and stadiums that I can't even think of me being there. Like I wouldn't have thought about me playing at those stadiums if you would have asked me 4 years ago. So yeah, it's a blessing.
So coming from college baseball, was it a little bit of a weird mental shift from fielding a ground ball normally to doing it behind the back?
Oh, 100%, 100%. And you gotta know, my last college season was 2019.
Oh,
So, and my first banana ball season was last summer. So I had all 2019 until 2024.
5 years.
Yeah, I wasn't, I was training kids and I was playing a little bit here and there. But I wasn't doing any banana ball stuff. So, yeah, once I figured out that I want to play banana ball, it started a whole different journey as far as making plays.
That's cool. In that 5 year absence of not playing baseball, I know you were coaching kids, but did you mentally miss the smell of the field and playing?
Oh, 100%, 100%. I didn't get drafted after college, so I had that feeling of I need more. Like I know I could do more, with like basically like my career wasn't over. So again, once Banana Ball called, it was a blessing. I'm grateful for it, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. And you never know how many years you're gonna be in this game. So what if you're playing? Just take advantage, be happy, have fun, because you never know, when your last game or when it could be your last time playing.
Cool. Did you call Banana Ball or did they offer you a spot on the Firefighters?
So it was both. I was being annoying, basically, just messaging Banana Ball and tagging them in videos. I would make trick play videos and just tag them randomly, things like that. And so they reached out to me, and yeah, they invited me to a workout. And but during that time, they were creating the firefighters team, so they were looking for players. So it was almost like a right time, right place. I was training, trying out, and then they're looking for players, and yeah, the rest is history.
That's sick. So
hmm
you're a Dodgers fan? How cool was it to watch them go all the way this year?
Oh man, it's way better than 2020 World Series. Because are
Fake.
you a D-back fan?
Oh, I'm diehard, so I was happy when we swept you in 23.
Exactly. So the D-backs just kill our numbers sometimes. So and then winning the 2020 World Series, I just heard it from D-back fans that it's not real, it's fake, the COVID World Series, things like that. So yeah, them winning it with obviously help from Otani and a lot of those big guys that they signed. Yeah, it felt really good. Now I could rest. Now I could rest, and we got ours now. A lot of D-back fans like to say they have the current World Series because you guys won in
Yeah,
2001. So now we have it, and I can rest a little bit.
that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like the Dodgers as a Diamondbacks fan.
Yeah. Hey, but the games are fun though. We go to the D-back Stadium, Chase Stadium. It's really loud in there, and it's a good environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys might beat us this year though, because we don't have the Dodger killer Christian Walker.
I know they traded him. Hey, you got Corbin Burns though, so
Yeah, I'm happy about that, but
yeah, yeah. But every time the Dodgers come in, the D-backs they always play good against us. So it'd be fun.
that's cool. Um, have you ever been a real firefighter, or do you have any firefighter connections throughout your family?
Actually, I have a cousin that is a firefighter.
That's cool.
Um, and she's in California. So a lot of my family are California. So I think I only have that one connection. I haven't really asked.
Cool. Thank you, for your cousin. Thank you for her service.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'll let her know you said that.
Thank you.
What about you? You have any firefighters in your
No, my
family?
dad used to be a police officer, but that's about as close as we get to the firefighters.
Okay. Well, saying it's a hard job. It's still a hard job, So it's kudos to him.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of family in Los Angeles. Is that
Mm-hmm.
where the Dodgers fan comes from?
Yeah, I guess I was a fan by association, right? Like
Yeah.
I was born in LA. My whole family is diehard LA fans, and I mean the Dodgers are good, so there's no reason to look elsewhere. But honestly, I'm a baseball fan in general, so I love a lot of the talent that's in the MLB. So if I'm watching, Orioles versus Yankees, I'm gonna be tuned in to that game, and because you got
Yeah.
Holiday and Rutschman, Judge, so you're gonna be tuned in. So I'm a baseball fan in general, but yeah, when it comes to the playoffs, I'm gonna go Dodgers all the way.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you could get one MLB player to join the firefighters, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I gotta think about that one because you can't just pick anyone. You gotta like
Think
you
about
you
it.
gotta one you gotta pick someone that may be a firefighter or was or family is a
Get
firefighter.
you a connection.
Yeah, but if I would go with one, I would go with shoot, what's his name? Oh gosh. I forget his name. Bobby Witt.
Oh, he'd be tough.
Yeah, I would have Bobby Witt. I would have Bobby Witt. I think he would match it. He would match
Yeah.
it good.
I
Yeah.
honestly feel like he would fit in perfect because he's extremely fast. He
Yep.
like he has a great personality
Yeah.
and feel like if you gave him like a week, he could come up with a couple trick plays.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And then he has, facial hair, so he could grow it out and look like Marshall Shield a little bit. We always joke with Marshall Shield. He looks like our logo, the fireman, our fireman logo. So with his stash.
Have you ever started a real fire?
Oh, I probably did not recently, but I've probably have like accidentally or on purpose.
Both.
All right. Well, I guess on purpose you could call it a campfire. You started a fire. But yeah, an accident for sure. I for sure started a fire on accident.
A couple of weeks ago, I put a plastic fork in the microwave and
Oh God.
started a little fire.
Oh God. Hey,
Put that
well,
on some water though.
there you go. You just put your firefighter hat on and put it out.
Firefighters are good cooks. What is your favorite thing to cook?
Ooh, my favorite thing to cook. All right, if I would just think off top of my head, it would be steak. So probably like some top sirloin or uh filet mignon, and I would cut some potatoes up
That sounds
and
good.
yeah, put some potatoes. And you can't really make veggies, but I would just bake veggies in the oven, and I would go your beef, your steak, and then your potatoes, your veggies, and then maybe throw in, like I don't know. I don't really like drinking soda, but if I would put a soda in there or something like that, I would probably put some lemonade.
That sounds good. Do you cook your
Hmm.
steak medium rare?
Ooh, I don't like too much pink. I don't like too much pink, so I'm more like a medium guy. Depending on people cook it different. So medium rare to cook may be something else to you. So yeah, I would go the safe route and just go no pink.
Unless it's like too pink where it's unhealthy, the better
Yeah,
pink, I like it.
I don't want it chewy. I don't want it chewy.
Chewy's good in my opinion, honestly.
You like chewy?
Yeah, to
Yeah, yeah,
steak.
yep.
The firefighters are normally good at video games. Do you play any video games?
Currently, I don't. I don't. I have a PSP. You ever heard of a PSP?
No.
No. So it's a little handheld. It's almost like a Switch.
Oh, cool.
Or what's a Switch? You can play like this, right? A Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost like a Switch, but it's Sony. It's not Nintendo, so it's Sony. So you could play the show, you could play GTA, you could play Need for Speed, just like a lot of games. But I used to play the show a lot when I was your age for sure.
That's cool. Were you good at
Yeah.
the show?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was pretty good. I'm pretty good now too. And NBA 2K, I was pretty good. The show honestly helped me get better at baseball.
That's why I've
Like,
been playing it.
yeah, especially pitching. I used to
Yeah.
pitch, so you kind of like get in that mode. So when you're on the mound, you could go in your the show mode.
Yeah. I play my friend a lot in the show, and it was normally a pretty even match, but I'm 0-6 in my last six against him, so it's a little
Hey,
devastating.
throw some inside heaters.
Oh, he crushes those. It's
He
scary.
crushes those. Oh
Yes,
god.
every pitch inside, like a sinker inside that I can turn a double play on, I swear he hits it like 450 dead center.
You got to start off with some high and inside fastballs, try to get some strikes, and then come with a high curveball. So he thinks it's a fastball and it just drops down. And then you get two strikes on him, and you could throw like a change up down, and you don't know, you mix it up.
Thank you. I'll do that now.
Yeah,
I might win finally.
there you go.
In college, you won a gold glove and were named the best shortstop out of all D2 schools. What made you and what motivated you to get up and work every day when you didn't feel your best that day?
Oh yeah. Honestly, just the thought about no one really cares about how you feel in a sense, like you still got to do your job, and that one game that you might want to sit down, someone might have a great game and now your spot is taken.
Mm.
So, it's one of those where you got to brush it off. Everyone's not going to feel good, and everyone's not going to be at you're not going to be at your best every day. So, how can you still play and still manage all that while not being on your best? So just because you're not on your best doesn't mean you should be a horrible teammate or a bad person. You still keep that same work ethic, keep that same mentality, even though you don't want to do it. Again, um, no one really cares, you know. So
Yeah,
it's one of those where, especially in college, when essentially they're paying for your scholarship, so they're it's a job, you know, it's your job. They're relying on you to be as good as you could be no matter what. And obviously if it's to the point where you're like really, you know, really sick or you're really hurt, you can't do anything about it, right? But if you could be available and just give that slight ounce of hard work, a lot of good things could happen. And think about it, if you could work hard while not feeling at your best, think about when you're feeling at your best.
yeah, that's true. I never thought about that, to be
So
honest.
you're just gonna be just that much
Better.
better, you
Yeah,
know? So just think about that. You know, it's just like you go to school, you wake up, you might not want to go to school, but you never know if that day is gonna be your best day that you have at school.
yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like you kind of just roll with the punches, and you know, hopefully good things come out of it.
I've had the same thought process because I try and work for at least 15 to 20 minutes a day, but sometimes when I wake up, I don't feel like working that day.
Yeah, and that's everyone. You're not the only
Yeah,
person, you know. So don't feel like you're in the wrong for feeling like that. You know, you feel that way, and then from there, you manage on how you want to spend the rest of your day or your time. You know.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
In the off season, how do you like what workouts do you do so you stay in top shape for when the season rolls around?
So this off season, I really focused on gaining weight. This is something that I've been struggling with my whole life. And the main thing is that I figured out is just eating a lot, and uh, lifting heavy. So eating a lot, lifting heavy, those are two great combinations. Getting good enough sleep. So I focus on all that to prepare myself in hopes, you know, for 2025. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much my biggest advice is, you know, making sure that you're, you know, one covering all aspects, right? Hitting, fielding,
Yeah,
base running, strength, arm care, all of that. So just making sure that you focus on that, and you know, when you get out there, confidence comes with being prepared. So if you prepare yourself, you're gonna be ready.
cool. If you don't mind me asking, what benefits does it have to gain weight as a ball player?
Um, well, one, you know, strength wise, like muscle
Hitting
wise.
the ball
So
farther?
hitting the ball for, I mean, not it doesn't guarantee you hitting the ball farther, right? But if you could get stronger, put on some weight, um, it's gonna one, yeah, give you some more success, and it's gonna make you look apart. You know, when you go to a battlefield, you know that's why everyone's eyes are on Aaron Judge because that man is
He's huge.
huge, right? And guys like Tommy Edmond, you don't really, not that you don't really look at him, but he has to do something great, you know, like make some plays in the World Series or hit a home run to put them up in the rows, whatever it is that he did. That's why he got that extension. That's why people love him because he's just like he could do the same thing that Aaron Judge could do, basically, except hit 60 home runs in a season.
Dude, Judge's power is unfair, though. It's crazy.
It's I always say it's like your game sliders are up. Like his game sliders are 100.
Judge is a great player, but he's not good in the postseason. I will say that.
Yeah, hey, you know his time will come though. His time will come, you know. So yeah, some guys, and you never know. Some guys have great careers, but yeah, in the playoffs they just stink it up.
Yeah. What is the coolest baseball news you've heard recently?
Well, the Dodgers signed Hin Sung
Did
Kim. What's his
I already
name?
say it? Because I
I
can't say
don't
it.
I don't know. I had to fact check that, but I know it's Kim.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Hayes. It's like HYE.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean that was pretty nice. I didn't really get too excited for the Soto trade. That didn't really excite me because I was hoping he would stay
Got
with the Yankees
got overpaid, I
or
think.
yeah, or like the Mets did great this season, but I mean they're not gonna. I don't know. I mean I guess they were close to winning World Series, but you know.
But that's all the questions I have for you. Do you got anything for me?
Yeah, I mean, what do you got planned like for this? Do you want to be a future, I don't know, interviewer, or you want to interview like athletes in the future, or what do you got?
So I started to interview banana ball players. I think I started in March of last year.
Okay.
Which I started with Viro, and then since then, it's just I've been reaching out to a ton of people, and my end goal is to be on the field, at Chase Field to interview some Diamondbacks players before games.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Maybe, you should start creating like a little letter or something so you could email someone from the D-backs and or message someone from the like, D-backs players, the D-backs roster, and maybe someone could give you that chance. You never know.
That's
Maybe it could be at spring training. Spring training's coming up, and
yeah,
it's not necessarily Chase Field, but maybe they have a little more flexibility because fans are going to be fans go around all those fields. So maybe you take your mic and you take your questions and you interview someone really quick. Maybe it's like rapid questions. Hey, I have a rapid question, and then boom, you
that'd
bust
be
it out,
still
and
super cool.
yeah. So try that. Don't think that there's no way. There's always a way. Just find your way.
Thank you,
Find
bro.
your way. Yeah, you got it. We'll talk about maybe getting you to a banana ball game here pretty soon. Maybe, um, if when I get the call, um, I'll give you a shout and we could set you up to go to a game. Maybe interview some guys.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Isaac.
Is
Keep
that
it
all
up,
right?
man.
Thank you.
You got it. That's it.
I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this and answering all my questions.
Yeah, likewise, Isaac. Likewise. Keep it up, all right? Keep it up. Keep being a great teammate and a son. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have a brother that's 2 years older or younger than me, and then a sister that's 2 years older.
There you go. So continue to be a good brother, all right?
All
So
right,
continue to have success at school because that's going to guarantee you being on the field.
anytime.
And that's always, yeah. Oh, a coach will always love you for that. I promise you. All
Eh,
right. And if you need anything, you're in Arizona. So if you need
yeah.
anything, let me know. I could, train you on my facility and or I could go to you and we could set something up.
If you don't mind me asking, how much are your clinics? Because I looked at one and then I put it on my Christmas list, but I never got it as a present.
The clinic, so it just depends, but they usually go around like for $40, for like
Not too
about
bad.
2 or 3 hours. But even if it's just me and you one on one, I could hook you up. I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
We got the same name, you know. So that's it.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you got it, Isaac. Have a good one, all right?
Yep, you too. See
All
ya.
right. Peace.